Hey guys, welcome to the very final of season 15, second chance, the European bracket. We've got in the red corner, we've got Tailgunner from Croatia running a X-Force Xmen roster, which looks really nice. All the mutants apart from Voodoo. And then we've got Glynn from Northern Ireland who is running Dormammu with a lot of scary people by the looks of it. And in the commentary, we've got Dan. How's it going, mate?
Yeah, good, thanks, mate. How are you?
Yeah, not good, not too bad, thank you, mate. It should be a quite nice game. Just looking at the list, we'll look at Tailgunners really quick. Looks like he's got 3 pay to flips, and the extracts are quite slow. So looking at it, it looks like if he picks his secures, it might go Storm. Extracts, it might go Cable. And then obviously Glynn just running Dormammu. He's gone quite attrition heavy. So I'll let them know that we're ready to go. Cool. So tell me, whereabouts do you play your games normally? It's up north at Protec, isn't it, mate?
It is indeed. It's in the northeast, up in Stockton, Protect Games. I'm
Very
going to do a
nice.
little shout out for our weekend in February, first weekend in February. There is still tickets available. So if you're free that weekend and you can make it up to the northeast, get yourselves a ticket.
Yeah, definitely. It's gonna be a really really good weekend. So it looks like Tailgunner's won.
Yeah, good prior
Looks like
roll.
he picked his secure. So we've got Portal's Deadly Legacy. Oh, okay. So 18 or 19. It will be interesting to see whether he does go Cable or Storm, because it looks like he's used Cable for 4 out of his 5 games. So it looks like he might be a bit more comfortable using Cable. But what would you do in this situation as a mutant lover like yourself?
Well, I think the extract's going to dictate it here, and it's fairly slow, which I don't think is going to suit Storm, so I would expect to see X-Force here. I think, even though
Yeah,
it is portals, which she does like, I just think the extract's a little bit slow.
yeah, definitely. And I think Tail going to be quite happy with this secure. I think this was Dormammu's least favourite secure that Tailgunner had. Mutant Madman, he's not too bad on a sword. It's quite close, so Dormammu could bully people in the middle. So I think Tailgunner is going to be quite happy with this setup. So yeah, looks like Glynn's given him the the
Just
fist
trying to get
building.
that size. Yeah, I'm just trying to get that size for in the deployment zone there.
Yeah, which can be a nightmare. So we'll look at the list quickly before they're going to hide it. But yeah, Electro, Zemo, Red Skull, Shang. They got 19th threat. Thank you. So yeah, there's a lot of juicy people in the in Glynn's list.
Let's see what they come up with. I think we might see Logan here from Tailgunner, regardless of whether it's X-Force or X-Men.
Yeah, I do like Logan.
It really wouldn't surprise me to see him coming out here.
He is so good on portals. You almost just you just obviously keep him on one side, and then you put a lot more people on the other side, and Logan's happy
Yeah.
to just fight on his own and to deal as much damage as possible.
Extra rerolls as well from the X-Force leadership, as well
Yeah,
as his own.
definitely. So I saw that Tailgunner had looked like the only non-mutant he had was Voodoo. Voodoo's obviously very, very good. I think we'll see him left at home in this game due to obviously having 2 energy defense and there's only 3 extracts.
Yeah, doesn't love a wide secure Voodoo,
No,
so
and also being 19 threat, Glynn can bring out quite a few of his friends.
I think Tailgunner's also got priority as well, so he might be confident in going ahead on extracts.
Yeah, I generally think we'll see a Storm come out here. I mean, I don't know.
Nah, I really think this is X Force.
I just think the round one would be really good with first class, and you can keep people safe with obviously the Storm Hop picking up an extract and getting out of there.
I think
But
the turn one is definitely better with Xmen, but I think with it being such a slow scoring extract, he
yeah,
might be worried about the attrition that Dormammu was going to put through.
yeah, definitely. I think the only
It's
issue,
it's interesting. It definitely is interesting, but
yeah,
I'm expecting an X Force here.
I'm just speaking biased because I'm running X Men at the moment, and yeah, Storm's great. Have you run X Men often, or I know you had a couple of
Yeah,
games with them, didn't you?
I did. I was more of a Cyclops fan than I was Storm. I haven't got the brains to play Storm.
I don't know what my excuse is then.
I mean, you're doing all right with them. You're on a good run.
Yeah, doing okay.
I'm a bit more of a Brotherhood fan than I am X-Men.
Nice. Yeah, you've been running Magneto quite a lot, but suddenly gone to, is it a duel
Yeah, I've gone.
or is
No,
it?
I went to the duel and
Yeah,
then decided that the list was just better as a mono Mystique roster, so that's what I'm
nice.
currently on at the moment.
I do really like Brotherhood. I do miss playing them. They're good fun. And how do you feel with the deception getting changed? Do you think that's dramatically changed things, or do you think they're still in a good position?
I think they're in a worse position than they were before, but I don't think they're the kind of bottom tier. I think they're still in the sort of B tier of affiliations. You can still do some interesting stuff with them. The round ones just not as impactful.
Yeah,
But the big boys are still great under Mystique. So
yeah, definitely. Yeah, there's
no,
always
they're taking the time over this, aren't they? They're really thinking about it.
they certainly are.
I don't know whether you can see it, John, but I can see on Tailgunner's side, I can see an affiliations possible uncanny X-Men.
Oh, so
So you may be right.
yeah, come on. I want to see Storm here. Oh, here we go. Right, let's go to Tailgunner. Glynn first. So he's gone Dormammu, Pyro, Toad, Zemo, and Luke Cage. I quite like this. This is nice.
Now. This could either be X-Men or X-Force. What are the cards? Are the card? It's definitely X-Men. Look, if we look at the cards, so he's got to be my
Yeah,
X-Men, Xavier's Dream, and First Class. So he's definitely going X-Men here. But interesting that those characters there could have been X-Force or X-Men.
yeah, definitely. And I do like this because it looks like Glynn with Luke Cage was hoping to see a X Force and like.
Yeah, I think so too.
So I think yeah, but I do like Glynn's team. Let's go quickly to Tailgunners. So we do see Voodoo.
Yeah,
So we've got Storm, Psylocke, Voodoo, Cable, Domino. So it is a Storm leadership, but it's quite a punchy Storm leadership. So it's like in between a Storm and a X
yeah.
Force, which is quite fun. But I do like Storm here. I think you can almost try to set up a really good round one and just try to keep the lead
Hold
that
on.
way.
Yeah.
So we've got Storm down the middle, and she'll probably spend most of her life on that back portal.
I'm interested to see who he's going to go and grab with.
Yeah, yeah, I quite like Toad in the middle, and I don't think Tailgun will be too worried about the middle due
Yeah.
to obviously being portals. It's almost
Yeah.
Especially with first class, you almost want to go for them two side ones.
Yeah, I think we'll definitely see him go for two extracts. I think we'll probably see a hot play, and then we'll probably see a To Me My X-Men to pull the second one off the midline.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, domino positioning is a bit strange with the size 3 next to her. It might be quite
Yeah,
awkward to if he's
to
thinking
get
of double
round.
moving.
Yeah,
Yeah,
makes the hop awkward as well. If she wants to hop.
yeah.
Interesting how Glynn's gone down with Toad first, kind of projecting where he wants to go and grab the extract with. I would have been tempted to leave Toad probably until the end.
Yeah. Be interesting. I don't know if it's. I don't know. I'd imagine it's not possible of being in range 2 of the portal and the Deadly Legacy, but he might just want Toad just to flip his portal and pick up the Legacy. So I
Yeah,
don't. It's
potentially. Yeah.
not too bad.
I just think if I'm Tailgunner now, I'm going to pick up that middle one.
Yeah. So I'd imagine Glynn probably want Dormammu on the other side, so he's got two killy characters on the other side, trying to
Yeah.
take down Tailgunner as quick as possible. So we've got Luke there. I'd imagine, imagine Dormammu will go follow Luke around, or vice versa. Luke will follow Dormammu around. Thinking about bringing Voodoo, I quite like Voodoo because I'm pretty sure he's immune to Hex. So um, Dormammu won't be able to do his. Well, he'll be able to push him away, but it won't really do too much damage to him.
We'll see. He's left. Tailgunner's obviously left Voodoo until last year, so.
Yeah.
And then Glynn's just got Dormammu to go down.
And I don't hate Voodoo following Dormammu about and just trying to spender him because it can do a lot of
Yeah.
damage.
Where do we think the grabs are going to be for Tailgunner? Where's this hop going to come into play?
So I think he's going to pick up the two outer ones with with um oh, okay, that's interesting. What I was going to say is I was expecting him to pick the two outer ones up, wait for Toad to pick the middle one up, then use the hop off Voodoo to get closer to Toad and to try to possess him.
I wonder whether he's going to go and hop off Cable with Voodoo. Voodoo goes and grabs a Legacy.
Yeah.
And it comes back. The problem is I don't know whether this forklift is going to hinder him a little bit.
Yeah. The only problem with Voodoo is because he's not an X-Men, he doesn't get first class, so he'd have to
That's right.
try get a power off somewhere else.
Yeah, that's right. That's a fair point. You can tell it's a while since I've played X-Men.
But saying that, I would have liked to see Voodoo and Cable on opposite sides, opposite the Deadly Legacy, because then a small base medium move could hop off either one of them and pick up the Deadly Legacy in one move as a bit of a safe grab.
Yeah.
It looks like Glynn has gone quite heavy on the attrition front on the left hand flank closest to us.
Yeah.
With Dormammu and Zemo. Oh, so we're seeing it to me, my X-Men straight away, which I'm
It's interesting.
pretty sure if it's set up properly, he can pick up the middle one with Domino.
Yeah. I think that's the right call to go for that one, and then Toad's kind of just sat there wondering what to do, really.
Yeah. So yeah, Domino's going to go pick up the middle one and then
Yeah,
probably
that
just
makes.
move back.
So Glynn's now got the choice of, does he go for the side one where Cable is and take a pounding from Cable, or does he take the other side where he's going to take at least one attack from Psylocke?
Yeah, I think if I was Glynn, I'd probably go with Luke Cage and pick up the other one and then leave the other
Yeah.
one. I'm a bit ambitious. I think if I was Tailgunner, I'd probably move Domino closer to Psylocke and try to keep her away from that side of the board because you're almost feeding Glyn's attrition side,
Yeah.
which looks like he's going to do. Maybe.
I don't think I'd be too worried about Pyro and Luke Cage on that side, but that could be famous last words.
Yeah. He hasn't bought pyrotechnics either, so the only way he's going to
No.
take that off is just killing her.
Yeah. He's a squishy boy as well as Pyro.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, we're seeing Luke go. That's probably the best person to pick it up.
Yeah, I think so too.
Also, as well, these Dark Dimension characters, obviously having 2 power each, can pick it up and flip the point,
Yeah.
which is what we're seeing now.
Almost get like a pseudo first class.
Hopefully, he doesn't get a skull. Otherwise, just feed him closer to Psylocke. Ooh, fails and gets the skull. Oof. So
That's
yeah,
rough.
we're seeing Luke come as close as possible to Domino and to Psylocke.
So if you're Tailgunner now, do you double move onto the point and try and flip it, or do you move and attack in the Luke Cage?
It's an interesting one. I think, yeah. So he's obviously going with Cable to,
It's an early Cable move. So
yeah.
you don't get the extract.
So you've got to be careful now because you almost want to not do any damage into Luke Cage at the moment because you don't want to give Dormammu power.
Yeah.
Because giving him power will allow him to have a place to and double tap Cable, which will almost force Xavier's Dream quite early on to be played. Also, as well, do you actually flip the point or do you leave it? Because I think you just
We're
leave
gonna
it.
see a Cable body slide back. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the
Yeah.
right move because
Yeah.
if he gets the skull, it puts him in a really bad position. Oh, nice! He's set up Voodoo Hop quite nicely. Problem is, yeah, you've set up Voodoo place Hop quite nicely, but there's no one actually with an extract that Voodoo can double tap.
Yeah.
So Toad's flip
Yeah.
that
So
point.
Toad's flipping the back point. That's all he could do really after Tailgunner took that middle extract.
Yeah, it'll be interesting which way Toad goes because he hasn't really got too much else to do. Yeah, I quite like it. He probably gets maybe double tapped by Voodoo, but at the same time, it puts pressure on the score.
Okay,
And
try and flip
at the
that
end of the
one.
day, he's only a 2 threat without an extract at the moment, so you don't really
Yeah.
care too much if he gets put down. I was speaking to you just before the this game and saying I played Glynn a couple of games ago, and his Toad did nasty things to me. one-shotting everyone. It was insane.
Wasn't even war toad, it was regular toad.
It was regular Toad, yeah. It was fun to see.
He gets it, doesn't roll a skull, so he's not moving anywhere.
Nice. So I'd imagine we'll just probably see an early storm. Probably just move onto the back point and then stay there.
Yeah.
Okay, so making sure that she's on that side so she can double move onto that far portal if she needs to in a round or two.
Yeah.
So she smashes it. And where is she going? Is she going to stay around there or is she going to...
I think we'll see it. She's moving.
Okay,
It's
setting up
interesting.
that storm hop. I like that. I think I'd prefer to see Psylocke using the storm up here than Voodoo.
Yeah, I think so. She's probably that then gets Psylocke onto the point potentially and then attack.
Yeah. Well, I think the barrels might stop her from
The
getting onto
barrels
the
might
point.
stop it, yeah.
It's a tricky
Yeah, well,
angle.
Pyro's going to try and body block now as well, which makes
Yeah,
it even more difficult.
yeah. So we'll see if Pyro makes this one.
I think Psylocke might get in there.
He gets it. I think she'd be able to get in there with
Might be
maybe...
tight.
Yeah, I think what he's going to hope... It's going to be close, but I think Psylocke might be within range 2 of Cage off a hop.
Yeah.
And hopefully do enough damage where he gets the small advance and then attack him again.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's just measuring for it now. So yeah, she's using the Storm Hop. And we'll see if she's in range. It's
I
gonna
think she'd
be
get there on a medium.
close. Nice.
Yeah.
She is in.
Yeah.
So yeah, here we go. Or is she gonna move first, then attack?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
she's got loads of room.
yeah, loads of room. That's cool.
I wonder if Pyro just positioned a bit closer to Luke Cage, whether that would have made that a little bit tighter.
Yeah, I think so. Um,
Don't know whether Glynn leaving the gap there's a bit of a mistake.
Potentially. Looks like he's trying to measure to see whether if he gets the power, he could have advanced and been on the point. But it
Yeah.
looks like he's just moving, attacking one of them, which I'd imagine Luke at this point. And then try to flip a point. Because Glynn's scoring three of his secures at the moment. Right, who is she attacking? They both... Okay, I'm guessing Luke. Yeah, cool, thank you.
Yeah, Luke.
Professionals doing a little tab. Only the one, and he's blocking it. So she can't actually get the power. Because I feel is the wild she saps power, but he's got no power to sap.
Snap. Yeah.
So she is a sad. He's got
Panda.
first class, so he can use this, I suppose, which is nice.
Yeah.
Just needing two successes.
No, doesn't get it.
No. Glynn is scoring 4 to Tailgunner's 3 at the moment.
Yeah, that's
Right.
think if the score stays the are, Glynn will be quite happy.
Yeah. Okay, so looks like he is going to move and maybe charge into Cable, trying to get some early damage on
Is he going to make it?
with a charge.
Yeah, with it, yeah.
Which is nice. Again, no one on that side have got extracts, so you're not too. He would have made
No.
it, but you'd have liked to see the the measuring stick come out. But it's all good. It stops the obviously the storm rerolls as well. Right, here we go. Is Zemo going to be a good Zemo or a bad Zemo?
It's not bad.
Not bad
He's got
at all.
3 with the reroll.
Pretty good.
Cable's only blocked 1.
Okay, so 2 going through.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I think Glynn was probably hoping that at least 1 damage went through onto Luke, so then
Yeah.
Dormammu could have
He's got the body. Yeah.
body slide towards.
Yeah.
Which puts Tailgunner in an awkward position whether he just wants to just start attacking to give Dormammu that body slide, or whether just to acknowledge that it's just going to be 4-3
Yeah, he's
this
going to go
round.
down on points, yeah.
Yeah, I like this. Just let Cable be there. Just try to Cable to keep them all occupied, and then bring the real fight over here because this is where all the extracts are. Yeah, Dormammu just following suit.
Interesting. Yeah,
He's
probably not going to.
Tailgunner has put Glynn in an awkward position to know what to do now.
Is he in range?
Looks like he is.
Yes. If he can get a decent attack on Cable here, get a little bit more damage through.
So Cable's paid for the extra
The
dice.
shield, yeah.
So
Not a great attack from Dormammu. I think
he's got
it all.
5, hasn't he? Because it's Dormammu counts his own skulls.
Yeah, skulls, yeah.
So it looks like 2 are going through. He's got a storm reroll. Okay, so and he uses Tailgunner's rolled into a skull, so he uses that as his successes as well. So Glynn's got 3, 4, 5. He's got 6 against 3, so 3 are going to go through.
Through.
Oh, they not done the skulls, maybe. I'm pretty sure it's yeah, 1 more should have gone through with the skull. They might have forgotten that. Or is he counting? Oh, they're thinking about the cover with the forklift, I think.
Right.
That's where the hovering hands are coming through. So yeah, I think they are right, yeah. So Tailgunner has priority. I think I quite like the idea of Tailgunner going with Cable quite early on and just double moving and body sliding away.
Going to have to, otherwise he's potentially going to drop that extract.
Yeah,
I mean, he's down on points if he loses that extract and then subsequently loses Cable's activation.
Yeah, because it is 4-3, he has to.
Glynn's pretty much won that side before.
Yeah. Either that or Cable just goes absolutely nuts and just tries taking out Zemo.
Yeah, maybe attack Zemo, yeah.
And just allow him to get that deadly legacy off him and him trying to fight the other side. But it was a good opening. So the fact that Cable is also hexed, I believe that the best thing he can do is probably just double
Run
move
away.
and body slide.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because then it gives 3 of Glynn's activations this round pretty bad activations. Apart from Zemo, who could probably obviously move and charge, the other 2 won't be
I
getting
think
very far.
I think the problem with Cable running away, you're just conceding that side of the board so early in the game.
You are, but I guess then you'd, yeah, you are, but because you've also got the extract as well, you can try to bring it back with flipping the point that Luke and Pyro
Yeah.
on, and
Yeah.
potentially the back point as well. Looks like the cleanup's taking quite long. I think they're still talking about that cover potentially.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. I don't think Cable's going to attack Seymour just because of that hex.
Yeah, puts him in a bad spot. The Hex does.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Zemo having 4 power as well is an issue. Either that or we do see Cable go, stay on that side, and then Tailgunner uses Xavier's Dream to
Yeah.
try to keep him alive as long
Keep
as
him
possible.
alive. Voodoo's in a pretty good position to just walk up, attack Cage, and possess.
Yeah, I think he measured the 2 off Domino. I'm not sure if Voodoo reached,
To
but
hop,
yeah, but if he managed to reach, it's good. Yeah, potentially. I think Tailgunner just ignores Cable and just accepts his defeat and tries flattening that side of Glynn's guys. Yeah, looks like he's doing
Yeah.
this on
It's
Voodoo.
going to be the Voodoo. Yeah, he's gone quite early with Voodoo.
Yeah, just trying to get that early steal off because I
Yeah.
think he realizes Cable is going to just fall over this round. So he's potentially going into Pyro. Maybe just because he's an easier target to
Yeah,
get power off.
Cage has just spent 2 power now, so we're going to
Yeah,
see the bodyguard, I think.
yeah. Which is nice for Glynn because now he hasn't got any power. There is no power to sap.
Yeah.
So he's doing 3 at the moment.
He'll be doing 3.
Oh, he'll be doing 2 because he got damage reduction.
That's right, yeah.
But
He
Voodoo
does.
does gain 3
The
power
power for
because
the
of the skull.
skull.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is nice, is it? Before damage is dealt with. Yeah, before damage is dealt with the sap. So, yeah, there we go. Is that 1? Yeah. He was on 1 power, wasn't he? Voodoo. I
Yeah.
think he's given him 1 too much power, but because he only did 2 damage, and then the skull, which should have been 3.
Yes, he should be on 4.
Okay, the sap. I think before damage dealt, it loses 1 power for each wild, and this character gains that amount of power.
Right.
So
that's where the extra ones come
yeah.
from. Be interesting to see whether he goes into him again. He is going into him again. I didn't know whether we were going to just see a possess and a run away there.
Yeah, looks like he wanted to. Okay, not. So he's only getting the 1 power from a skull. Looks like he went into Pyro, but Luke paid for power again.
Yeah, for the bodyguard. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So there's the possession coming out.
So that's
So I think the problem with that for me is that leaves Voodoo really vulnerable, sat with that extract.
yes.
He's now on 2 defense dice with both Cage and Pyro to activate.
Yeah. But he only needs to take 1 damage from one of their attacks, and then he can
And then he can
call
pull
it
it
back.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you probably go with Pyro, just stoke the flames. Which should be a. So we're seeing dice rolled. Let's see who's attacking who. So
So it's someone
oof,
going into Voodoo because there's 2 defense
that
dice. Yeah.
is
So 4 damage into Voodoo.
yeah, that's from Luke.
Yeah.
That is a nasty hit back. So I quite like the idea of Luke probably throwing the barrels into Voodoo to try to bring out Brace,
Brace. Yeah.
which we might be seeing. So they're hovering over it. Yeah, it looks like we're seeing. Which I quite like as well because it's not an attack. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, Brace. We've just seen Brace
Because
there.
Voodoo would have only been rolling 2 dice then as well.
Yeah.
So it looks like another attack. He's going to pay the power to get Brother Daniel back. There we go. If Luke manages to daze Voodoo here, it will be interesting to see whether Tailgunner uses Xavier's Dream as well. So
On a great attack.
only one going through. So I think we'll probably see a Tailgunner go with Psylocke or Domino here and just try to take Pyro out. Be interesting to see if Luke Domino's within 2 of Luke to see whether he can pay the power to bodyguard as well.
Yeah. We're probably going to see a barrage on Pyro here because you got Domino and Storm to activate as well, and Psylocke.
Yeah.
I don't fancy Pyro's chances.
Okay,
even with Luke there with the bodyguard.
So looking at going with Cable, which means Pyro is probably going to take out Voodoo, but then there is so much firepower out over there where they can get that extract out back quite easily. Yeah, I think Glynn's put Tailgunner into a tricky position here to know who to go with next.
I mean, Pyro could activate and kill Voodoo, right, and pick the legacy up, but I think he's got so many activations over that side of the board. I don't know whether he needs to be concerned about that.
Yeah, I think his worry is if he doesn't go with Pyro now, Pyro might be toast with. Okay, so he looks like he's going with Cable, which is nice. I also
did get him out.
Yeah, I also didn't hate the idea of Cable just being a sacrificial lamb over there and just taking a few activations to take him out.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna see him try and bunker now for the rest of the game. He's probably going to play in that bottom quarter of the board and just try and fight for those 2 points.
Yeah.
While bunkering with the extracts.
That's it, yeah. So yeah, I think Tailgunner will try to keep hold of all 3 extracts and then 2 secures.
And fight, yeah. Basically, that looks like what he's positioning for.
Yeah, which is nice because it'll be 5-2 in the scoring, which will be put Tailgunner in a good position. So yeah, Glynn's just measuring 3 from Pyro into Domino, it looks like. So he looks like he's going to stoke the flames, I'd imagine. So it looks like he's worried about Domino taking Pyro out. So he's is he putting slow
Pyro Pyro does have a beam as well, yeah. So Slow Root on Domino, he does have access to a beam as well.
I quite like the route coming out early on because then Domino will have to
Yeah,
pay 2 power to convert a skull.
yeah.
So I think you're right. I think we might see a beam here.
The only problem with the beam is it only generates 1 power, so he's not necessarily he won't have power to stoke the flames if he wants to do a second attack.
Is it 1 power just for the whole beam? Is it, or is it? Oh, so he'll
Only
get.
it's just a gainer, yeah.
Yeah, so he'll gain 2, won't he?
Oh,
'Cause
sorry, it's
one,
after each attack. Yeah, sorry,
one
it is
off.
after each
Yeah.
attack. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
To be
So
fair, it wasn't a bad roll.
it looks
Wasn't
like
a bad roll. He's gonna kill it. I think if that attack was on Voodoo, Voodoo is dead.
I think it is on Voodoo because he rolled 4 dice.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh no, it's into Domino. I think she must have paid a power for the
For the
Skullman.
skull,
Yeah,
she would have had to pay 2 though, right? Because
yeah. I think
she's rooted.
she was on 2 power, I believe.
Right.
You'd have liked to send that into Voodoo to try to
Yeah.
force out Xavier's. Okay, so he's passing
So he's
the.
passed the Incinerate on from Domino to Storm.
Yeah. So here we see it into Voodoo now. Okay, Voodoo's blocking that. Gains a power. Here we go, Stoke for Flames. I'd imagine you will just see a Stoke for Flames into Voodoo.
I think I'd do this into Domino personally.
We'll see how many dice are getting rolled.
It's rolled 4, so it's into
Yeah.
Voodoo. I mean, Voodoo's blocked nothing, so he's probably dead here.
Yeah, just for
Oh,
one.
wow, wasn't a great roll. I mean, he gets him, right?
He does. He's within 2, so he doesn't get a reroll. It'll be interesting to see whether he uses Xavier's just for stop for 1 damage.
I mean, Glynn's got no more activations on that side, so if he does Xavier's Dream here, he's probably keeping the extract.
Yeah, I think personally I'd see Voodoo go down because he'll be so weak for next round. And then you've got Domino.
I don't fancy Pyro's chances against Storm, Domino, and Psylocke.
No, that's it.
Yeah,
so
it's going to go down. Yeah.
So I believe, I think Tailgunner should be able to get that extract back.
Yeah.
Are we seeing more dice getting rolled?
Well, yeah.
I'm not sure. Oh, has he done another beam? Is it? He's stoked the flames for a beam, I think. Oh, so that's 3 into 1
2
into 2. So just for 1 going through. Domino with her name, Lucky.
Yeah, I don't think that was a terrible activation from Pyro.
No, and if you managed to take Domino out there, you'd have been in a very comfortable
absolutely.
position.
It's just he needs to survive.
I mean, he is on full health, so worse things have happened, like weirder things have happened.
Yeah.
Here comes Death Toad. So yeah, Dormammu can move.
I don't mind that.
Body slide. So I think he's looking at going with Domino here. That's the thing with Dormammu, with a place 2 and a medium move, he can get so far.
Yeah, I think Domino needs to move away from Dormammu, really.
Yeah.
She is slowed though, which makes it a bit awkward.
Yeah, you'd have loved to see Children of the Atom bought.
Yeah.
So it looks like he's gonna probably go Domino into Luke, into Pyro. And then Luke paid for power.
The bodyguard, yeah.
So will he use?
Not a bad roll that from Domino.
Is he going to use the power to It
Very
looks like
nice.
he is,
5.
yeah, 5 with 2 crits to add. Oh, is he? He's already paid for power. Cool.
He had it, yeah, he paid the power for the skull, and then the skull exploded into a crit.
Nice. So he might take Luke out here, which would
Yeah,
be very, very
he's got
nice.
the rapid fire as well because he's rolled the hit.
Yeah. So I think if you take Luke out here, you're quite happy. And then I feel like you just move away from Dormammu's range.
Yeah, so she's got the rapid fire, so that's what we're seeing now.
Oof, nice rapid fire.
Fence roll. Oh no, yeah, that was the attack. Yeah, 2 crits.
So that's
Yeah,
4
I
going
think
through. So
that's a
yeah.
dead cage, right? Yeah.
Now I'd imagine we're going to see. I mean,
Domino's still got an action left.
she might just try to try to put some chip damage into Pyro, but
I think I'd be moving her away out of
yeah,
Dormammu range.
I think he measured for Dormammu, and I'm not sure if he remembered that he's got a place to either.
The place, yeah.
But it looks like we are seeing Domino go into Pyro.
Another good roll from Domino. She's on fire.
She literally. Oh,
Yeah,
4
wow.
into 1, so 3 are going through, and she's got rapid fire again.
Yes.
This is what you love to see when you're playing
Yeah.
Domino.
Because Lucky is a superpower.
Yeah. Okay.
However,
her luck might have run out.
yeah.
Okay, nothing going through on that one.
He's still got another 2 activations on that side of the
Oh,
board.
definitely,
so
yeah.
Do 2 damage to Pyro.
That was a good Domino activation.
Yeah, it was. Domino doing Domino things.
I quite like Luke getting took out there as well, because then Psylocke hasn't got to move anywhere to be able to double hit Pyro. But here we go with Dormammu. Who's on 8 power, which is quite a scary number for him. So here we go with the place 2.
Yeah.
He'll be able to reach Domino quite comfortably. But at least he's been with Domino already. But it'll be interesting to see if there's a medium, the medium in between them, because the medium is obviously the perfect place to and pick up an extract. But Domino is quite good against Dormammu of just paying for the crits, turning them to crits, because then it stops Dormammu doing extra damage into you.
She's loaded with power as well, even though she's rooted.
Yeah. And we'll see what happens. So we're only seeing 2
Not great.
from... So
she blocks it.
Tailgunner
He's going to pay for the skull.
Yeah, he'll definitely pay for the skull on that, yeah. Hopefully it doesn't convert into a skull.
Yeah. How does that interaction work with Dormammu? Is he counting the face of the dice even though she's counting it as a crit?
No, so I don't think so.
He counts it as a success even though she does as well?
Because the wording is it counts as a crit, I believe it doesn't count.
She's not actually changing the face of the dice though, is she?
No, but it counts as a crit, whereas he has the skulls on his side. So I believe, like, if he's going into, say, Scarlet Witch or Cosmic Ghost Rider, where they count skulls as successes, I believe it just cancels each other out. But because it's actually counting as a crit, I believe it doesn't. So I think this is looking like Psylocke into Pyro, I'd imagine. And it looks like Pyro is dead.
Will be a dead Pyro, yeah.
Maybe I'd have liked to see Storm try take Pyro out, and then Psylocke double moving onto Glynn's back point and potentially
Yeah.
flipping that. Because now Dormammu's on his way, you want to try to spread your characters out to give him bad decisions, which looks like he might be, yeah, potentially giving the extract to. Oh, okay, he's picking it up. It looked like he might have been feeding it to Storm to pick up. So it looks like he's
I
trying
think
to
if,
flip the point.
yeah, I think if Tailgunner can flip that point, he's in a good position, which he does.
Nice. Yeah, because Zemo is not reaching anyone.
Nope.
He maybe reach Cable with a charge just around the corner.
Yeah, so we're going to see Psylocke head towards that back point.
Yeah, hiding behind the size 4 from Dormammu. Maybe we see a cheeky toe trying to flip Tailgunner's back point. So I think it looks like Zemo can reach
Looks like
Cable
where
from here.
Zemo's headed, yeah.
Yeah, so he'll be able to.
Is he trying to get within 2 of Cable and sit on the point?
Looks like it, and I think he'll be able to.
Yeah, which he'll get there, yeah.
Yeah, which is nice. Yeah, Zemo is pretty quick.
Is he just looking to maybe do a climb?
Well, okay, so the long tool should have gone away. Yeah, there we go. Because you're not allowed 2 of the same measuring tools out at the same
Yeah.
time. TTS is obviously very good at that. So I think
Yeah.
it's just a bit of a glitch.
Yeah,
But,
that's the better play, I think.
yeah. Looks like the steps in a bit of an awkward position for that, but
I think he still gets there around the steps. He's
yeah.
got plenty of room. Yeah, he'll get there.
You've also got enough for a charge and Master Swordsman.
Yeah. I think if he can take Cable out, grab that legacy and flip the point.
Which he can definitely do.
Cable does obviously have power to boost his dice.
Oh, he just fell over. There we go. Yeah, I think you'll definitely see Cable.
However, Cable is hexed.
He is. I mean, depending how much damage Zemo does, you could see an Xavier Dream being played here.
Yeah.
To try to force him not to have the power to flip a point and to keep your character alive.
Yeah.
So there's the power being spent. So yeah, Zemo's paid all 4 power for the charge and Master Swordsman. So Glynn does not want to see many skulls here. 1 skull.
It's not a good block from Cable.
No, only the 1. So Glynn can potentially do it, I think. So that's 3 into
1,
so
2,
lives
2
on.
he would live.
Oh,
Yeah.
on this last one. Oh,
But that's
so
a more reroll.
Does go through. So
yeah.
Again, I quite like a Xavier Dream being played here.
I think Xavier's dream this, and then it stops him being, like you say, stops him being able to
There
flip
we
the
go.
point.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
It stops him flipping a point and stops him from getting an extract to get the 2-point lead.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that was a nice play.
I think we might see Toad come over and try and flip it.
Yeah, I quite like the idea of Storm trying to take. I mean, if she can get lucky and take Zemo out here, Tailgunner does have priority, where he could just take Zemo off really early in the round 3, which I quite like. But she is moving closer to Dormammu?
She headed to that back point.
She won't be able to reach.
No,
I think you just put everything into Zemo here,
Zemo,
and
yeah.
if you manage to,
Even if you can get a shock on him.
yeah, if you manage to daze him as well, that puts you in such a good position.
Yeah.
Here we go. So I think 4 dice into Zemo. Even if you only do 2 damage in this activate in this one, you can obviously bump your
I mean,
dice
she's
up.
got the shock. She's only done one, but she does have the shock.
Okay.
Yeah, one
So
damage and shock.
one does go through. Shock is pretty good.
I think that was quite a good outcome for Tailgunner there.
Oh,
You're obviously not feeding him as much power, and you get the shock as well.
yeah. So I think, yeah, I feel like you just go into him again potentially. Because even if you don't take him out here, you weaken him enough that he's an easy picking for next round.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's 2 so far. So 2 blocks. So only 2, so no damage. Was that into Dormammu?
Yeah, it must have been because she's now got Hex.
Maybe she was just trying to shock him.
Yeah. Which I don't think's a bad shout.
No.
You know, you get shock on Zemo and shock on Dormammu. You've limited his 2 biggest damage pieces, probably.
Yeah, definitely. I still think maybe a early cable activation to try to take Zemo out is probably quite nice here.
This is the problem.
Yeah. But you still get 2 rerolls because you're within range 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because essentially you almost try to force Dormammu to go early. So
You
yeah.
almost need Toad to flip this point, really.
Yeah. And if he does, it'll be 4-3. So it'll go to 7. 7-all.
Yeah.
Will Toad do it? Here we go.
Yes, but he does get moved.
He does. It'll be interesting to see whether he's probably going to put him in range of Domino. Yeah. So yeah, Tailgunner's definitely got a lot of options to who to go with first here. So yeah, 7-7.
I think you're right. It probably is Cable that goes first.
Yeah.
Regardless of what he does, I think that's your first activation. Maybe you go with Domino, try and hold on to that legacy.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
potentially. I mean, Voodoo's got a lot of power where he can spend her into either Luke or Pyro. Yeah, I think it's either going to be it's got to be Voodoo, Domino, or Cable, which I think Psylocke probably wants to go a bit later to start flipping points potentially.
Yeah, because Psylocke's going to go for that back point, right? I think that's immediately obvious.
Yeah.
I think, regardless of what you do, I think Cable's the play.
Yeah.
Glynn does have all of his cards though.
And
Round
Tailgunner's
3,
got,
and we have
yeah, one of
nothing.
his.
Recall, I got recall.
So is it 6 or more power that they get damaged, or is it 8?
think it's 6, isn't it?
Yeah, so yeah, we see Luke and Pyro take a
Yeah.
damage here.
Ouch.
There we go.
Don't think Pyro's long for this world.
Which almost, yeah, I think it's a tricky one who to go with first, but I don't hate the idea of trying to take out Pyro and Luke in the first activation,
Yeah.
and you all of a
Yeah.
sudden make it
I don't hate that.
5 versus 3, which can be quite
Yeah.
rough on paid flips.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you go with Storm first because she is hexed, and she's only got the 4 dice.
I think you potentially just try and kill Cage.
Yeah, or you go with
If you are
Voodoo,
going with Domino.
maybe do a builder first. There might be an angle where you can throw Luke into Pyro if you get the double wild or double wild or double hit. Which one is it? Double hit.
So Glynn still does have brace.
Yeah, but I guess if you try to force brace up there and he doesn't take Cable out, then Cable can start throwing the size 3 and 4s around him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so we're looking at Domino's going to
If
Pyro.
Domino going into Pyro, I wouldn't be shocked to see a bodyguard here. No.
Unless he what? Oh, heroes, I think we're looking at. But she is nuzzled onto that tank, so the throw would be quite awkward to get off, I think. Unless he's going to try to position himself where he can get the throw off to throw Domino closer to Dormammu. Quite a very defensive heroes for hire, which is quite nice to see because they obviously both flipped. So here we go. Oof, big hit.
He has definitely pulled away at this game.
Oh,
Jesus.
5 into
5
into nothing.
into
Oh
nothing.
no!
So Cage is down.
Oh, one shot Cage. Oh,
Yeah.
that is rough.
That is big. Do we see a recall here, maybe?
I don't hate.
He's rolled 2 skulls, to be fair, so
He has,
probably
but
not.
the likelihood of Tailgunner rolling 5 again is quite low. Oh, that is rough. I think we might.
I think you have to recall. I think you have to.
Yeah, I think we're looking at it. As I said, I think the likelihood of Tailgunner rolling 5 again is very low, and the rapid fire doesn't go off as well. Yeah, I think Glynn's definitely thinking about a recall.
The odds are with you, right, as the defender, especially when he's reducing by 1 as well.
Yeah, I think it's a good time to use recal here. Because Domino could easily take out Pyro after this as well.
The Tailgunner's asked a question there. Does Domino have to be in range for rapid fire if Luke heroes for hired?
Yes. Because it happens with Winter Soldier. If she's shooting like an Emma, and Emma decides to turn out of range of 5, then obviously 1 rapid fire goes off. Well, the first attack goes off, then rapid fire has to stop. So we are seeing recal.
So Luke's recalling, as we suspected.
Yeah. Will Domino be lucky? That is the question.
Blocks 1.
Okay, so only taking
good
1.
recall.
Yeah, very good. It had to happen.
Yeah. Then Luke then gets his throw off, right, for Heroes of Hire.
Yes, which I'd imagine from the angle, I think it's just going to be into. I can't see her. I mean, it is straight. We'll have to see when the stick comes out. Here we go. Oh, it's because of the way her base is on the tank. It looks tricky. I think she. Yeah, I think she makes it. It is. It is. Oh yeah, she makes it. Yeah, she's fine. Well, I say she's fine. She's not enjoying that throw.
No,
So I think every apart from obviously Glynn having to use two cards there, everything worked perfectly in that attack
it
for
did.
him.
It did.
So I think I think Domino's just got to try to hit someone else now because there's no point running away because he'll just be able to catch him. There we go. So trying her
That
luck
into
on
Zemo.
Zemo. Oh, so
How
he's
much
gonna.
power she got?
She's paying for the skull, so she's only got two at the moment.
So
So she'll have
yeah,
three after
no
this.
rapid. There's the rapid
Oh,
fire. Yeah, again another good hit.
five into one. So yeah, just take Zemo out instead.
Oh
Oh,
no,
he blocked it.
no,
So
he just survives.
yeah, just about. But rapid fire does go off. So
It does. She has been superb.
she has, as you said, on fire. I think that incinerate off pyro hasn't
Yeah,
helped. So,
not as good.
but you will pay for power. So you got two coming in with a reroll, with a crit.
Decent block
So
from Zemo, to be
three.
fair.
So Zemo has to convert this, otherwise he is down.
He does.
Oh, brutal.
Fine margins.
Yep, definitely. So yeah, that looks. It'll be interesting to see if Zemo does Counter Strike here, trying to take Domino out that way.
Killer,
Would
yeah.
be pretty cute. It looks like he's doing it, which doesn't know.
One.
It's got crit and wild, I believe, for Counter
Is it
Strike.
really?
Yeah,
Oh.
she almost lived the dream then.
Yeah, it is. Crit and wild.
So yeah, I think you've just got to go
I
with
mean, I think
Zemo.
Dormammu just kills her, right?
Yeah, I think you just go with Zemo and just try to take out Cable here.
Would you shake the shock, Master Swordsman, or would you double attack?
Um, I'd be tempted to use Armor Baron just to heal.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I'd be tempted to go with him and yeah, heal. Is it take off? Um,
It's you take off the health
yeah,
according to the round numbers. If you played it now, we'd heal for 3.
yeah, heal for free or gain free power or get three
Yeah.
rerolls. It looks like.
Yeah.
So it looks like he's going with Pyro, which is an interesting choice. But I guess if you can take Voodoo out here, it feels quite good.
So he's done firewall on Voodoo to root and slow him.
And it looks like he's stoked the flames as well. Oh,
Yeah.
big hit. Five into one, so four
One.
going
Yeah.
through.
Oh. Oh.
That is yeah. There's some big dice big dice coming
Yeah.
out of this round three.
Yeah. It's all it. You know what we were saying about like the punchy models. It's all the weenie 3 threats that are like.
Definitely.
That one's not as good.
Was that a recal, was it? Or has he just not put the power on the damage on him yet?
Tailgunner's not used the recall card.
Um, yeah. How come only?
There's only one damage shot, unless
Yeah,
he's just not flipped the card.
I think he must have used recal then because there would be no reason otherwise Pyro re-rolling them dice.
He didn't spend the power on Voodoo, did he?
I don't think so. I'm not sure what happened there. Because he should have been taking 4 damage, definitely. Yeah, I don't think they
He
paid.
hasn't taken the power off Voodoo, and he hasn't flipped the card.
No, yeah, that's a strange one. I'm not sure what happened there. It would have made perfect sense if it was a recal.
Yeah.
So it looks like Cable's going probably into Zemo, which takes Zemo out. Now, the interesting thing is, what do you do? What do you do here with Cable?
I think, does Cable try and flip that point? Is he going into Toad here?
I think he's looking at attacking Toad. Glynn with all these blanks. So 3 into Toad.
With the Incinerate.
Yep. So Toad, I would imagine, will just slippery out the way.
Yeah.
Because he eyed up the throw, and I believe it got past Zemo's base for the throw. But it'd be interesting to see if Dormammu is within range 4 of Cable. So it looks like he's seeing. There we go. Looks like he's in range. But yeah, I think you've just got to go up there, flip that point,
Flip the point. Hope you survive.
Yeah, hope that Dormammu can't take out Cable and Domino. But he has obviously got cover up there, so and he gets it. I think getting a skull then would have been brutal for him.
Yeah.
So Tailgunner is definitely on the lead of the attrition at the moment, but anything could happen after a good Dormammu activation because he can.
I think if
place
Dormammu kills Domino, places her extract towards Cable, he kills Cable and picks that up as well, and potentially flips the point.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see. I think Dormammu's got 10 power, so I think Dormammu could place himself too, where he's potentially in range of Voodoo, Domino, and Cable with range 3, and he could live the dream with his spender. So there's 2 damage going into 1. That's Domino. So I believe this is just a Toad activation. So, yeah, Toad's trying to take out Domino, freeing up Dormammu, which he manages to do.
He does.
He's got enough power to pick it up and to
I don't
slide that way.
Do you pick it up?
I think you just leave it for Dormammu.
Yeah.
Because he's on 10 power. No one's gonna double move and pick that up.
Him. Nah, no chance.
So yeah, I think if you're
Toad's hopped and picked that up.
Oh, nice. I think if you're Tailgunner here, I think you just try to be aggressive with Voodoo and try to take out Cage. Or it looks like he might be doing a spend.
Yeah, so I don't mind that play of towards picking that up because Voodoo's on a load of power. So if Dormammu picked up that as well as Cables, you just activate Voodoo last and possess Dormammu and
Yeah,
make him drop them.
potentially, yeah. But I guess if I think you're right. Yeah. So we look like it's a spender into or big into pyro. That'll just be a dead pyro. That will
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's 6 damage plus the extra 2 from a wild. So it would be 8 potential damage into pyro. So he's just dead. Is he in range? He's in range of Luke. I think you just.
I think if Luke goes down here, it's
Question is, do you just attack Luke here, or do you just move on to the point and just try to flip it, or just you might just potentially just leave that to Storm? So it looks like he's leaving it to Storm. It looks like Voodoo is going into Luke.
another good attack.
Big. If Luke doesn't block
Yeah,
anything,
that's a Luke. That's a dead Luke.
No, that is rough. So he is on 10 power because obviously before damage is dealt, he takes 2 power off him and then does another 3. Oof. He did measure it. He is just outside of 3 of Dormammu, but it isn't looking good for Dormammu's attrition front.
Jeez.
So it looks like the best Tailgunner can potentially do is probably to have 2 extracts and have 3 points, but it depends how aggressive Dormammu is going to be. I think Cable's the right move to make, just to try flip that point, which I don't know whether he can get onto it, where the step and where Zemo is on that. He might have to move onto it. But yeah, he's got some big options now, whether to take Cable out and potentially get 2 points, or looks like he's going after Voodoo to KO Voodoo. So then it is only 4v3 next round instead of 5v3. I'd like to send the measurements of seeing whether you could have got within 3 of Voodoo and Cable for the spender.
Yeah.
So you could have potentially took them both out.
Maybe he's thinking Zemo just activates next turn and kills Cable.
Yeah. Oh, so that's 5. So that's 6 because he's got Tailgunner's skull into 3. So taking 3 damage at the moment. I think that was his spender, but he needed a crit for the. But I don't think he's within range 3 of.
Yeah, he's still got another attack.
Yeah, it might actually be range 3 from the character. That might be why he's not bothered. The character must be within 2 of. Okay, yeah, that's why he obviously didn't see whether he was within.
3. Yeah, I think he's got him.
Yeah, looks like it. So taking 2.
So Tailgunner does actually have a recall.
He does. I don't like his chances of surviving, but he could recall it. I mean, Voodoo going down is pretty big, so it'll be interesting to see whether he uses it or not. He's definitely thinking about it. So that's interesting. Obviously, if he uses it now, he obviously didn't use it earlier, so I'm not too sure what happened with that first Pyro
we'll
attack.
probably need to ask them what happened.
Unless Pyro rolled too many dice, so they redid it.
Maybe, yeah.
Oh no, he's just decided he's gone. Okay.
It's gone, okay.
To be fair, a recal could be it's good to keep hold of that card. Yeah, so we're going to see Storm
So Storm's probably gonna go and flip this point. Yeah.
flip this point, and then Psylocke will go flip the other point. And see,
Tailgunner's gonna score 5,
Psylocke might be able to go
2,
flip the other point
2.
and be in range of 4 of Toad to try and get the
Yeah.
cheeky shot off him.
Yeah. If she does that, I think that's a really rough spot for Glynn to get out of.
Yeah, so he did get it, but he
Storm's
has
flip
got.
that. Yeah.
I think Tailgunner's saving grace at the moment is he has got 3 characters which aren't on their flip side, so
Yeah.
Glynn
Yeah.
might have a really good activation round next round, but he can't stop him from having people on the board still. There we go. He's aiming for the 4. So if I was Tailgunner, I'd probably do the attack first, just in case you get the skull,
Yeah.
which looks like he's within range. He's within medium range as well, so he can actually pick it up. So it's only 4 dice, but
You could do with Toad surviving here.
yeah, Glynn needs Toad to survive here. Oh, big hit.
3.
Oh,
Yeah.
taking 2. Oh, that's rough.
Yeah.
That is really, really rough.
Yeah. Was that is.
That was just for Gainer. So he's going to be able to pick.
Pick it up and flip.
Well, he can't actually because he's got a Deadly Legacy already. So I think that's what he's.
Yeah, it costs 1 more, doesn't it?
Yeah. So I think he's just decided to not flip the
I
point.
think I think you pick the legacy up right. It's a guaranteed point.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, because Glynn's got priority next round. You'd probably just see Toad pick it up if Psylocke didn't,
Yeah.
and just double move away. So that is 5 to Tailgunner, 2 to Glynn, which is pretty big. It's still going to be tricky for Tailgunner to get 4 points this round, so it's not over just yet. But it's Glynn definitely needs to open up with a big activation. Which, as we know, Dormammu or Zemo could have a big activation. Has he got 10? Was he on 7 before? Was he?
Was that Dormammu?
Yeah, I don't know how he's got 10. Because Tailgunner's got all 3 extracts and 2 points. And
So it was 7-7.
yes.
7-7, and Glynn's only got 2 points because
Yeah, he's only got.
Tailgunner's got the 3 extracts.
Yeah, so I'm not sure why Glynn, unless they're just trying to work it out now, but he should just be on 9. I'll see whether they start rolling dice first, and I'll put it in the chat quickly if they haven't.
Yeah, I've just put it in the chat.
Yes. Okay, cool. Thank you. Unless Glynn's looking at the options and not seeing it as a very. We'll see if they don't put it in. We can always pick it up a bit later.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
So who would you, if you were in Glynn's position, who would you go with first here?
I think I'd probably go with Zemo, try and daze Cable, pick that up at the point.
Yeah. Yeah, because then you almost have to double move someone away from Dormammu, and then he's still got 2 options to take out.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Zemo just goes here. So he's spending a lot of power. Spending 4, so I'd imagine he's doing his spender with Master Swordsman. Cable paying the 2 power to try keep himself alive. So not a big block. Glynn's rerolls will have to come in clutch here, which they don't.
They do
It's only
not.
1 going through. He's got another reroll, might be 2. No, just for 1 going through. Oh, if Cable survives here, that is big for Tailgunner.
You know, after saying Cable was in a really rough spot after round 1, and we're now on round 4, and he's still not dead.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And I feel if Cable goes out down here, I feel like a recal's quite nice. But
Yeah.
then I suppose he hasn't got the power because he'd pay 2 to bump his defense up again, and then he wouldn't have that 1 extra power, so that probably wouldn't work. But yeah, it's tricky to know what to do with Zemo now. I think he's just paying for Master Swordsman again. And just hoping to see if it goes through.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
he's paid for
He
power.
needs it.
I mean, it shouldn't be.
It's not a great roll from Zemo.
Blocking 1.
Only, yeah, it can't explode the crit either because he's hexed.
Yeah. So 1.
Yeah, that should get him right.
2, 3, 4. Yeah, that does get him.
Yeah, no recall coming out there.
He didn't have a power. Recal's free power. Yeah,
he boosted his dice again, didn't he? Yeah.
Which I still think was the right option to do.
Yeah, it was.
Then
does Zemo? I think Zemo has to flip the point, right?
Yeah. Only problem is if Zemo flips a point and gets a skull, it does put him in range of Domino.
Of Domino, yeah. I think you have to if you're Glynn, though. I think you have to take that risk because you're behind.
Definitely.
Yeah, he's fine.
So it'll be interesting to see where Glynn Tailgunner goes, because obviously I think Glynn's priority is to take out Psylocke here.
Does Domino just try and take Toad out?
Yeah, to stop Toad from flipping more points or whatnot.
Yeah, because if she takes Toad out, Glynn's only got 1 activation left in it, Dormammu.
Yeah.
And he's not. I don't think he's going to be able to do everything Glynn needs to do.
Yeah. So I still think it's going to be tricky for Tailgunner to score out here. But I think Tailgunner's saving grace is the secure by Storm is his.
Yeah.
So Glynn might be in a position where he has to be forced to flip that point. Okay, looks like Psylocke's going. Yeah. 3, that's pretty big.
He blocks 2.
Blocking 2, that's nice. So only the 1 going through. Oh, 2. Or was it a Pierce? Was it? Don't know. 3 going through and only blocking 2. I don't know why Toad's been took off. Yeah, I'm not too sure about that.
He doesn't have a PS, I don't think.
No.
No.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what happened there. Yeah, definitely doing 3 into 2, so I don't know what happened. Oh, did Toad roll too many dice with the Incinerate?
Yeah, he rolled 3 dice.
Yeah. So maybe they just said that just not to count 1, which
Yeah, I didn't realise he had incinerate on
I'd
him.
have probably just maybe allowed my opponent just to re-roll just for 2 dice.
Yeah,
Um, so yeah, I think Dormammu's
I think
forced to take.
this is rough for Glynn now.
It is, yeah. If Dormammu can't take out Psylocke here, then he has won the game.
It's a game, yeah.
Ooh, 3 blocking 1 so far. So
She's gonna
Glynn
live.
has got 4 into 1 at the moment.
Has this got a skull? Yeah.
Yeah, doing a reroll, but might reroll into a skull.
No.
No, so blocking
Block
2,
2.
taking 2.
Take 2.
Yeah, so taking 2 and hexed. Also as well. Oh yeah, sap the power. I was going to say could have recaled the next one, but again, recal is pretty bad into Dormammu because obviously he counts all the skulls, so all of those successes would have still be on there.
Yeah.
I think he's just got to go big. I think he's just got to do the spender. Yeah.
Blocking 2 with Psylocke.
Blocking 2, but doing 5 at the moment with blocking 2. Doing 5. If this crits come in just yet, I can't see them on the.
He can't explode the crit because she's hexed.
Yeah, which probably helps them out. Or lives on 1. Oh,
Yeah, she did have the power to reroll as well.
yeah, but you suppose you don't really want to reroll too many against him
No,
because
it's
this.
into the skull. No,
Yeah,
not if you
but
don't need to.
I believe that is game. He's done his
That
double
should be
attack.
good. Well, she 1, 2, 3.
Because he's getting
Shit,
4
so
at the moment.
Psylocke needs to flip that. Oh yeah, sorry, he's got the back point as well, hasn't
Yeah.
he? Yeah,
So it
that is
looks like
game.
Tailgunner's just clearing up now. Or it came down to the last wire. That was rough.
And then she's just gonna double move, try and flip that point.
Yeah.
That is game.
Brutal.
He
And
gets that
gets
one.
it. Yeah. So it goes
Yeah.
from a close game to not
Wow.
looking
But
too
yeah,
close
to
on the
be
actual.
big round at the end.
Yeah, so that's 6
Yeah.
to 1. So 18-11, brutal. Really good game.
Yeah, it was.
Right, shall we jump into find their channel and jump in, and then we can ask them a
Yeah,
few
man. Let's go.
questions.
Yep.
Awesome.
I'll see you over there.
See you over there, mate. Hey
Hello.
guys, thank you so much for letting us stream. It was came down to the wire at the end. It was a really good match to watch.
Yeah,
Just want to say to both of you before we get into it is congratulations for reaching the final. It's not easy to do. So yeah, massive congratulations to you both for reaching the final. I'll go over to Glynn first, if that's all right. So going into this match, did you think you were going to see Storm, or were you preparing yourself more of an X-Force kind of game?
I expected Storm. As soon as I saw the secure with the extra energy defense, I presumed it would have been Storm, and I would have presumed it would have been like a more mobile X-Men list. Cable kind of threw me, but I think it was most likely going to be X-Men. With the way that the scoring and stuff, I think X-Men just to try and flip the points with first class.
Yeah, definitely.
I didn't really like. I haven't played too much into X-Men or X Force, but it was just mostly what can I do, and then just hope and pray that Dormammu just rolls like a god. But he didn't this game.
Yeah, if only you had demons against X-Men, you'd have. But
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So, what was your thinking sort of early on when he sort of came up with Cable, did you think you were just going to try and get the early days on him and just try to get the extract lead quite early on?
Yeah, so I didn't expect to kill Cable. I was more like, I was really happy with how the left side had progressed with just, and then I was getting the points that way. I realized getting the secure off the extract off Domino was going to be a pain.
Yeah.
I was hoping that Xemo, like it's a lot. This list doesn't have the movement, like doesn't have the tactic cards for movement. The most thing I did was probably Heroes for Hire on Luke on the left hand side.
Yeah, that was definitely a rough time with Heroes when he just done enough damage to KO you. Then the recal came in clutch.
Yeah, I didn't want to spend the recal there. The recal would have been kept for one of Dormammu's 6 dice Shadow Bolts. But with Cable, it was mostly just, I didn't expect him to run so much, Cable, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I was hoping that he would have stayed another turn and let Dormammu pick that up. I think that was the whole point. He did well, though. With that cover, Dormammu, probably his best role game was there. And then basically, Zemo was hoping to swing and kill Cable.
Yeah.
And then take this back point, but Zemo never rolled really optimum enough to daze. Like if Cable dazes a turn earlier, and I have that extract and his back point, it possibly changes.
Yeah, definitely.
Because then and then it got into my head about decision making with Dormammu. When Dormammu comes to the middle, and then I either go after Storm or Cable, to go after Voodoo or Cable. I probably should have gone after Cable, but like it was a lot at that point with losing Pyro after his bad turn, and Luke Cage never getting to activate when he was sitting here.
Yeah.
And then that left Psylocke to go round, and then Toad decided to forget how to. No, I fully agree that Martin played like after the very first round where Voodoo didn't want to block before his days. Martin played exceptionally well in terms of just consolidating. And
definitely.
It was just a very.
Yeah, we were both saying on the commentary, it looked like Cable was in a pretty bad spot, and he was going to get dazed quite early on, and then just decided just to survive for the rest of the game, just just on the back point there. But
that Cable surviving swung that way, because if I took if I get an extra, if I take what the plan initially was as well, was if I can get Cable's extract quickly, Toad walks up behind the character who picked it up and then nicks it.
Yeah.
With the extra power from Dormammu, and then that leaves the character with that extract to be it Zemo or Dormammu to fully commit to the left, or to my left.
Yeah, definitely. But
it was definitely an interesting puzzle here, because when Cable was kind of alone on that flank versus 11 threat, just waited for a spot basically to retreat him. But I think the key point was in the round after, when Zemo charged and he did his Spender and Master Swordsman, which left him on 0 power, and then I played Xavier's Dream, basically denying him the Cable days, but also he had no power to flip the point. So that was like a 2-point swing that could have gone the other way.
Yeah, we saw that. It was a pretty nice play.
I was fully prepared that you were going to play I'm a Baron just for the power to try and flip it, maybe, but use it for the heal later on. So I don't know if that was maybe the place to use it.
I didn't, to be honest. I wanted to keep it in case I need, like, I kind of came to the conclusion if Zemo wasn't rolling well anyway, with his rerolls. But if I wanted to I am the Baron for basically charge Spender. If he had a one-shot Cable there, I'd have done I am a Baron for the power generation, flipped that point, and then charged out towards Psylocke, or even Storm, who was incinerated at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But I probably should have done it. I thought about it, but just never committed to it.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, we'll go over to Martin. Massive congratulations, mate.
Thank you.
How did you feel coming into this game? Did you feel quite comfortable with picking out the portals, I guess we were talking about it's probably you're the best secure you could have got against Dormammu, maybe.
I think so. I mean, personally, I'm not a huge fan of portals just because it's so dice-based with displacement.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think into Dormammu, you just need to be like agile. You need to run around, score points, and try to avoid getting double tapped by him if it's at all possible. And if you do, you at least have some tanky characters who can tank it. So that was kind of the plan going in. But honestly, I wasn't sure what to expect. I know like Dormammu was coming, and probably a good roster with it, but I don't have a lot of reps into it, and so I just took what I felt most comfortable with it.
Yeah, definitely. And did you bring Cable out more for the attrition side of things, or did you bring him out just because you've been playing a lot of X-Force recently, so you're quite comfortable with his sort of game pattern?
A couple of things. So again, for shields, just to keep him alive, he can jump between two points comfortably if he needs to score it. Gives me another save grab at the beginning, so I position basically to have all save grabs on all 3 viruses. So no matter what he deploys, I can grab 2 and be pretty safe from retaliation that turn.
Yeah.
And it fit with my threat level because the other option was to bring all 4s, and I wasn't sure like I would like Logan in that spot.
Yeah, especially with Dormammu's spender into him would be pretty rough.
Yeah.
But awesome. Have you got any questions, Danny? I've got Danny with me from co-hosting.
Yeah, I guess one question just for our own peace of mind more than anything. I think it was in round 3 where Pyro did a stoke the flames onto Voodoo, and it looked like he did 4 damage into Voodoo. What happened there? Because it looked like the 4 damage didn't go through, only 1 damage went on Voodoo. We thought Recal might have been played, but the power didn't go down on Voodoo, and neither did Recal.
I think that was an Inferno attack.
Right. Okay.
No. Martin, I think you caught it. That I was to stoke the flames into Fire Blast, but I think I rolled 8 dice.
Right, you rolled too many dice. Right.
Yeah, and then we just re-rolled it with one less.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. We couldn't work out what was
Yeah.
going on from the power and the cards that were still on the table. Yeah, but that's fine. That clears that up then. My other question really is for Glynn. So you kind of at the start of the game on deployment, you kind of had most of your attrition sort of on your right hand side of the board. Is that where you expected most of the fight to be?
No, that was me expecting. That was not really. That was basically me gambling on Dormammu and Zemo being enough to kill Cable fast enough and then swing. If it goes down, like obviously I know Xavier's dream saved it, like because that's the thing that saved Cable in the end actually.
Yeah.
But if I got his extract early enough and dazed him early enough, I'd kind of like leave him alone. And if he wants to get back in the game, he either has to shoot Dormammu, who can just push him away and give him Hex, or go after Zemo, who would have charged quickly. It was mostly to try and quickly swim.
Yeah.
In hindsight, I probably would have swapped it out slightly and put Dormammu and Zemo on the left and had the other way around.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then just last question, this one's for Tailgunner. So both myself and John were debating at the start of the game when the crisis got pulled whether it was going to be X-Force or Xmen. What was the deciding factor in playing Xmen here?
So if you look at my characters, it was basically all X-Force, but with a Storm leadership.
Yeah.
So it was mostly because of the cards. Xavier Dream is here to really strong, and First Class to just help with that turn 1 power economy. That was kind of I figured I wouldn't do a lot of fighting, and if I did, the characters I brought should be enough, so that extra reroll doesn't matter too much. So it was kind of a X-Force, but with Storm leadership. Let's call it like that.
Nice, we like it.
I'd actually end up the actual reroll for the defense end up happening a couple of times. end up saving the day. I think Psylocke lives on 1 thanks to the reroll for the defense.
Yeah.
And if Psylocke goes down there, then there's another turn at least.
Yeah, definitely. And so it's always scary re-rolling into Dormammu because you always think it's going to be an 80% chance of getting a skull just because you actually the way your brain's thinking, which obviously helps them out.
Back to the mission, I really didn't want to see spider portals. That's like that. It didn't even really be a major thing because Toad was rolling well for it, but it's just so out of there, and then the displacement kind of puts your characters out of the game. When Sword really wouldn't do that, especially with the 19th threat. And that would let me, if I was Sword, I think Dormammu would have started about there and then kind of just walked into the middle from like turn 2 onward, for turn 2 onwards. But yeah, I think Xmen was the right choice as well. For the hop.
Yeah.
First class.
Definitely. But yeah, so thank you so much again for letting us stream, and massive congratulations to you both for reaching a final, and congratulations to Tailgunner for winning the event. So thank you guys for letting us stream.
Thank you guys, appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
Well played.
Yeah.